Badgers, but underway after a long extended break for both these teams. Michigan wins the opening, drops it back to Danny Nelson, playing alongside his brother Henry Nelson. Nelson in front, a shot right in the slot, deflected away by Ivan Kovic, and no one can find the puck. Play is blown dead. Ivan Kovic with an early
that they had in December, but I mean, he's really been a force within that net this season, and for a Michigan offense that's so strong, having that balance on each side is very good.
Hage picks up the puck into the crease, saved by Kemp. Michael Hage found the puck in a position to score. Maybe an extra move. Kemp program, U18 players. They won 7-5, but kind of an unorthodox game from the Wolverines. Playing players out of position. Shifsky turns, fires. Puck's loose in the crease. Hart tries to pick it up, and eventually Shutout might have gotten in the way. Some friendly fire there. The other way goes Mazzotti. Defensively, Wolverines hold off for the time being. Fantilli intercepted a pass. Henry Nelson in front. Pad save Ivan Kovic. Sutter Mazzotti, Nashville Predators prospect, into the slot, a whiff. Kerr at the point. Michigan emerges. Josh Ernestine had a hat trick against the development team. And Valentini tries a wrist shot, goes high. Orkoff retreats to Barnett. Barnett sends a shot, another deflection into the netting, out of play. Michigan, everything's in their attacking third of the ice. Lead the shots 4-2 right now, but still scoreless. And Ernestine to McKinney. Cole McKinney has Duke with him. McKinney tries to go high, misses high and left. The puck
Getting players in from Canada, just a great diversity of players.
Moldenhauer drops for Schock. Fantilli in front, deflection just wide. TJ Hughes tried to redirect it. Schock into the point. Slot and Perron sends one that's covered up by Kemp. Extracurriculars after the play. Spence leaves the puck for Hage. Michael Hage hangs, shoots, had some open net. Great blocker save by Kemp.
Yeah, incredible save by Kemp. It almost looked like he got his stick on that one.
Turnover at the blue line. Jaden Perron has Moldenhauer. Perron leaves for Moldenhauer. Great kick saved by Kemp. Has 7 goals, 7 assists this season. A shot from the far side, and Werner had a chance in center ice. McKinney in pursuit of Fisher. Now Valentini has it, sends a shot. Pad save, now a blocker save. Kemp holding strong for the Irish. Very fortuitous. The luck of the Irish paying off. Michael Hage now enters. Led the juniors in points with 15. Team Canada earned a bronze medal. Him and Ivan Kovic, massive contributors. Jaden Perron takes his space. Michigan patient. 45 seconds into this power play. Cross ice. Hage has the puck roll over his stick. Hage. Nice pass. Perron into Hughes. In the slot. Valentini. Cleanup duty. He scores! Adam Valentini puts the Wolverines on the board. His 6th goal in his young career. Michigan up 1-0 with 8 minutes left in the first.
I mean, we were just talking about Gina and her pregame hit, and then us kind of all throughout this first period. What's going to happen on this power play? Both teams so strong. It was a
Jursev one more time. Knubel offsides. Some extracurriculars. These officials trying to keep both teams in check. Officials for the night, Jacob Rikucki and Colin Cronforst. Linesman Pat Richardson and Justin Cornell. 6:55 remaining in the first period. Michigan leads 1-0 on Big Ten Plus.
Absolutely, and I mean, especially for a team just looking to get anything going in Big Ten play, 0-8, just getting a goal to set things up here, it would be huge for them.
Slaggert takes his space, sends a shot, Deflected by Asher Barnett, up and out of play. An interception. Nick Moldenhauer leaves for Hughes. Hughes drags, shoots, just wide. In front, covered up by Kempf. Danger zone. Nicholas Kempf survives. 11 saves so far. Michigan trying to triangulate and leave the zone, but no, Henry Nelson picks it up. Nelson has some space, shoots, saved by Ivan Kovic.
Starting to connect.
Michael Hage forces a turnover. In front, shifts. Spence drops back to Rayom. Salt that time away, deep in his own zone. Children of Yost, not huge fans, but some fighting now down low. TJ Hughes might have taken a fall. 20 minutes down.
Four to start this period.
This is an opportunity, though. More open ice. Chance to open up the Notre Dame offense, but yeah, for 2 minutes. 4-on-4 action. Jaden Perron shoots, and it's deflected high and out for any opening. Crisscrosses with Horkoff. Now leads him into space. Horkoff goes high and right, just wide.
But I mean, Michigan really holding on to this possession in this 4-on-4.
Now Notre Dame seems like they haven't been on the right side of the ice. Fantilli tries one. Deflection off the backboards. Can Notre Dame finally emerge? Kumlin hustles. Fantilli shovels it deep, and Moldenhauer moves it into the spot. Shot, score, Malcolm Spence. Wolverines up 2-0. Malcolm Spence found himself in a fantastic position in the slot, and a great feed from Nick Moldenhauer doubles the Michigan lead.
As you said, that 4-on-4 opportunity created a lot more space for this Michigan offense. You can see just a great pass right into Spence, right in the middle. The freshman gets his 8th goal of the season.
Defenders. Kumlin moves it along the blue line. Out in front. Saved by Ivan Kovic once, twice, thrice. And the puck dribbles wide. Now 2-0. Here's a chance for Knuble trying to break this drought. Knuble tries. Saved by Ivan Kovic. Just wide. System as an independent.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they like that independence.
Here's Shifsky. 2-on-1 chance. Shifsky tries. Saved by Kempf. Here's Jaden Davis the other way now. Irish counterattack. Oliver. Kumlin. Centered. No one home. Shifsky gets right in the way of a cross-ice pass. Picks up the puck. Finds Hage in front. Hage in prime position. Could not pocket it. Here's Horkoff. Horkoff on his knees to Spence. Pass a little behind Mania. In front, centering. Werner's there. Slams on the brakes. Into it, cutting Jursev. Jursev in front. Ivan Kovic's there. Covers it up. No damage done. But now, a bit of punching after the play. Duke getting into Danny Nelson.
I mean, you really just got to connect on some passes and, you know, string along some possessions. If they're able to string along possessions, they're able to get things going.
Barnett moves it along and then takes a hit. Here's Slaggert. Hangs. Tries to center. Net almost comes loose. Puck's in front. And it's finally scooped out. Deflection. More sticks on pucks in Michigan's defensive zone, disrupting Notre Dame's rhythm.
And you can see Notre Dame just trying to take advantage of the line change, too.
Perron drops, shot, just wide. Rebound, score! Keenan Draper. Garbage duty cleans up the mess. Michigan's lead up to 3.
That's just great patience from Draper in front of the net, waiting for those passes, waiting for those shots to kind of move past, getting his 3rd goal of the season. You could see that chance from Perron, that chance from Shifsky, Draper just sitting there by the post.
Wolverines out shooting the Irish by 7. Horkoff, along with Hage and Spence. Drops for Hage. Michael Hage, Asher Barnett. Barnett takes his time, misses just wide. Barnett picks it up again and pockets it. The lead keeps on growing, 4-0 Michigan. Fourth goal of the night, number 4 calls corner pocket, and Michigan running away with it in Ann Arbor.
I mean, that's just an incredible individual play from Asher Barnett. Had that initial chance, hit it off of his skate, tried to get a shot, was blocked, cycles back around, catches it with his glove and just slots it top left. That's his first goal of the season. The freshman has 8 assists.
The one before that, Notre Dame lost 9-2 to Wisconsin. So that one's covered up by Kempf. We'll see how long of a leash he. Here's Oliver. Dashiell Oliver just misses. Pat. Robertson. Rayo Mullen. Here in front, Ivan Kovic makes a save twice. Puck's loose in the crease. And Michigan emerges. Another great. Nelson. Knuble behind the Michigan net. Thinks about maybe doing a Michigan. Now in front, Ivan Kovic covers it up. Knuble took a retreating. Hughes got in the way. Kumlin tries in front. Ivan Kovic kept approaching 2 minutes to play in this second period.
And even though you couldn't really get a shot off on that possession for Notre Dame, I think you just got to be happy with being able to control possession like that, able to get some passes going, and even though it kind of ended on that whiff. Just a great opportunity to try and get some shots off.
Fleming, Maddox Fleming. Again, didn't have the angle, but threw a shot on goal anyway. Now one scores. Notre Dame breaks through. Niko Jovanovic through the 5-hole. And finally, that 0 is wiped off the board for the Irish, replaced with a 1. Saw a sigh of relief come from Jovanovic, the senior. West Vancouver, British Columbia. Breaks through. It's his first goal, just his second game this season. That's why he's on the ice. The only offense for Notre Dame the last 2.5 hours. Here's Kerr. Kerr falls. And now a shot saved by Ivan Kovic. Snagged it. And again, some extracurriculars. Here's Slager and Duke. Duke takes a hit. And I think the referee is going to say they both should head to jail. It's always possible, but a little more plausible to come back in the third. Just 5 seconds of a power play. That one, dangerous. Missed just high. Time expires in the second. And some more fighting after the play. These teams do not like each other, folks. 1 minute, 53 seconds of 5-on-4 action for the Irish. Will begin the third period. Right now, Michigan, a commanding 4-1 lead.
Set themselves up well for this next game where they're still trying to get that first win in Big Ten play.
Again, Notre Dame, 1 win in their last.
Penn State and Michigan State.
Nelson tries one. Saved by Ivan Kovic, and then Nelson takes his space. Werner now. 10 seconds left on the power play. In front in the crease. Saved by Ivan Kovic. Moldenhauer escapes. Gets the blue line. And gets by Nelson. Moldenhauer tries a nice through the legs move, but Kempf ruins the highlight. Stands strong. And the power play's over. Rayo Mullen for Hage. To Horkoff. Hage takes a hit on the blind side. He's down on the ice right now. Here's Perron now. Head of steam. Perron tries one. Great save by Kempf. Sprawling out. Keeping Notre Dame in it. Mackey. Mazzotti at the block end. shielded off from the puck. Rayo Mullen moves it along. Here's Werner in the slot. Corral is after it. But yeah, you mentioned it, that Canadian rule change paying off in dividends for the Wolverines. Here's Ernesti though. Ernesti tries, covered up by Kempf. Nicholas Kempf, 26.
Kempf and Ivan Kovic still making some great saves on those minimal attempts, but both Notre Dame and Michigan had 14 in the period prior.
Ali. Here's Werner. Fisher. D-to-D pass. Kumlin back to Fisher. Tries one. Ivan Kovic got a pad on it, and they score! Notre Dame cuts the lead to 4-2. Brennan Ali, the Detroit Red Wings draft pick, adds one to his total, his 4th goal of the year. And Notre Dame has a puncher's chance.
And you can see on that play too, puck kind of just got lost right in front of Ivan Kovic, made a good initial save. And Michigan all night has done a great job.
Out in front. Valentini drops for Park. Park hangs in front. Tries to chip it up. Kempf got in the way for the time being. Mackey right back on the attack. Jaden Davis hangs, drags, shoots. A floater just misses wide. Knuble for Kerr. Now Mackey creates an angle. Duke whiffs. Now Femis has some space. Leaves it for Knuble. He shoots, and Ivan Kovic stops it. 7:45 remaining in the third. Notre Dame picks up some momentum. Goal scoring scoreboard. Done a nice job limiting that, but Michigan's depth really played a part. Werner out in front. His pass intercepted. Here's Larrigan. Far side, shot off the post. Huge shit deep. And Dakota Rayo Mullen now with some time. In front, caught by Kempf. 3-2 should have to be whoever they play to keep that #1 spot. Shot by Werner, snagged by Ivan Kovic, and the net is empty, folks. Danny Nelson now with some space. Notre Dame up a man on the ice. Werner tries, deflected high. Knuble in front through the. Fisher taking his time. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Deflected at the point of attack by Ernesti. Goes all the way around the boards. Garrett Shifsky's in pursuit. No icing called. Shifsky falls though. So Notre Dame continues their pursuit of goals. Knuble dropping it back. Hughes tries one. Bounces off Moldenhauer. He floats one. Score! Nick Moldenhauer finally gets his goal, and it just might be the dagger.
We saw Moldenhauer with some opportunities earlier in this game. None as clear as that one. Just lofts it over the defender into the goal, and now a 5-2 advantage for the Wolverines. Kempf will return to the net as this game.
For shock. Here's Park. Park lets one rip. 3 freshmen on the attack there. In fact, 4 of these 5 are freshmen. That'll do it though. 5-2 Wolverines. They defend a home ice against the visiting Fighting Irish. Pretty dominant performance by the #1 team in the country. And Michigan holds on strong. 33 shots to 31. The difference on the scoreboard greater than the difference in the shots. Zach, Michigan's pretty satisfied with this one, I'd say.
Oh, absolutely, especially getting that first power play goal in that first period, then building on it with another.